Hey everybody, and welcome to They Said We Said. This is Orzhov done bringing you another Magic Deck Tech. We're heading back to Standard, and I got one question for you guys. Who's sick of the damn copters? I know I am, so hopefully after this Deck Tech, you're going to have a little bit more luck at your local F&M if you don't want to run or play against any of the damn copters anymore. So, what this deck is, it's bare bones, it's dirty, it's grindy. It is black-white control. I want to give it a cute name, but that's what it is. It's got everything you need in control. Removal, great creatures, and Plainswalkers to ride to victory. So let's start off with the mana base. So first, we have 4 copies of Concealed Courtyard. This is going to be the fast lands out of Kalitas. Next, we have 4 copies of Shambling Vent, which is one of the most important cards in the deck, and we'll get more into it throughout the deck tech, but basically, we are taxing ourselves quite a bit life-wise, so we do need the life gain. It is extremely relevant. So when you animate Shambling Vent, the life gain could be very important. So next, we have a 3 of Forsaken Sanctuary. Now, the reason I'm not running the 4 of is that I do want my land coming in untapped so I get my early removal out or my hand disruption out fast enough to disrupt their game plan. This deck is a very, very greedy deck as far as mana goes. It's a very mana-hungry deck. There's a lot of 2 blacks. There's a lot of 2 white cards. So we do need our black-white duels, but we also want them coming out non-tapped, so we get access to them early. So we're running 8 swamps, and 5 plains. For our basics, also a single Blighted Fen, just more removal, and a Geier Sanctum, but again, it just offers up a little bit more card advantage. It reads 2 and tap it. Each player draws a card and then discards a card. So sometimes we could late game pitch our land that we don't need, or maybe some of our hand disruption spells that we don't need for more removal or more win conditions. So we're going to do this deck tech in reverse. Usually I go with the creatures first, then Plainswalkers, then non-creature spells, but this is so removal heavy, we're gonna hit that first. So a card that I've been really impressed with is Harsh Scrutiny. So if you could get it out on turn 1, you get to take their biggest, baddest creature, which is usually an Abyssin or some kind of Eldrazi or a Kalitas or something like that, and then you also get to scry one. And card advantage in this deck is very important. Most of the cards in here has some sort of card advantage engine going, because we do need to keep the removal train happening. So we're running a 2 of Harsh Scrutiny. Next we have Grasp of Darkness, and you guessed it, this is here to take care of the copter. Every other kind of creature too. This is one of the best removal cards in the format, but this cleans up copter real nice, running a full play set. Next we have Transgress the Mind. We're running a 3 of. Also one of the best removal spells in the format. Doesn't grab copter, but grabs pretty much everything else. Then we have Anguished Unmaking. This thing takes care of copter real nice. But, like I said earlier, with the Shambling Vents, why they're so important, it is taxing on our life total. So we are running a 3 of Anguished Unmaking. It reads 1, a white and a black. Exile target non-land permanent you control, lose 3 life. So this is a very important removal piece because it does take care of copter, animated or not. Very taxing card, but it is a very necessary card for anti-copter. Next we have a 2 of Stasis Snare. This also gets rid of copters, also gets rid of Emrakul, because it does not. Emrakul has protection from instants, not enchantments, so it is a very important removal piece. Then a 2 of Essence Extraction, probably one of the worst removal pieces in the deck, but it does take care of copter, and it does also gain us some life back from using those Anguished Unmakings. 1 of Ruinous Path. This is just basically to take care of Plainswalkers, also probably some creatures. So the flexibility alone warrants a 1 of Inclusion, even though it's sorcery speed. Okay, and then I'm running a 3 of Succumb to Temptation. Like I said, it is extremely important to be drawing our cards, drawing our removal pieces, drawing our Plainswalkers. This is the best thing we have that replaced Read the Bones, in my opinion. Some would argue the Live Fast is good, but we don't have any kind of energy theme going on in here. So the fact that it's instant speed is great. So you draw 2, you lose 2, and it's the best we got. 2 of Fumigate. This is usually people are running a 1 of Fumigates in the deck, but it's so important with the life gain again. And playing aggressive decks, this is a great catch-up card. Great come from behind. You could drop this, and they have 6 creatures. You gain 6 life, and then ride your Plainswalker to victory. 2 of Fumigate in the main. Okay, and now we're going to our creatures in the deck. We have a 2 of Kalitas. This deck could very well be a budget deck if you're just going more on the removal and just some cheaper Plainswalkers. But this is how I would run it at an FNM optimally with the 2 Kalitas, just because he is such an all-star with the life gain. Next, we have a 1 of Gonti, Lord of Luxury. This card is actually phenomenal. It's very reminiscent of the Nightveil Spectre from Gatecrash. You drop it, it's 4. It's almost acts as the 3rd Kalitas Traitor Ghet on the curve anyways. So you drop it, it's a 2/3, it has Death Touch. You get to look at the top 4 cards of their library, put 1 face down, exile it aside. You get to play it whenever you want, if Gonti's here or not. It's great. It's a great ambush card. It's always card advantage. 99% of the time, you're not going to reveal 4 lands. So you're always going to pull something out of this card. Plus, it's a 2/3 great blocker as well. So I think I was really impressed with this card. So it warrants a 1 of inclusion for me. We have Linvala the Preserver. She's 4 white for a 5/5 flyer. She comes down, and she is your come from behind card as well. So she's a 5/5 flyer. When she comes down, if your opponent has more life than you, which a lot of times they will because of all the draining you're doing on yourself, or if you're going against aggro, she comes down, gives you 5 life right back. Plus, if you're down on creatures, she gives you another 3/3 flying body as well. So she is phenomenal. So that's our creatures in the deck. Now we're going to go with our Plainswalker suite. So we are running a 4 of Gideon ally Zendikar. So this is basically, 60% of the time how we're winning games is riding a Gideon to victory. We're just removal, drop a Gideon, attack, make guys until game over. We're running a 2 of Ob Nixilis. He's removal, he's card advantage, he's the emblem, which is another win condition for us. So he's absolutely phenomenal in this deck. And the last card of the deck is a 2 of Sorin, Big Granddaddy Grim Nemesis. And he is amazing. He is the big engine that could. If you could drop 1 unchecked, especially with all the removal we have to protect him, he usually takes over games pretty quick. So guys, that's it. Just a quick deck tech. Just kind of a response to the Copter Menace lately. Just for FNM, like I said, it's not budget deck by any means. I wouldn't take it to a Grand Prix or anything, but definitely take it to an FNM. Try it out. Tell me what you think. Also, in the comments below, what do you guys think about Copter? Word on the street is that it might be on the chopping block to get banned, especially with how the rotation's going back, so it's going to be in standard longer. Do you want it to get banned? Do you not want it to get banned? Leave comments below. Let's talk about it. So until next time, this is Orzhov done, signing off.